I filed a lawsuit against.
What we're going through right now is extremely concerning. Now, there has been a lot of chaos and confusion recently, and we wanted to provide more clarity. We also Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be breaking down one of the most talked about drama and legal cases in the natural hair community right now, the SolarBeing lawsuit. We're going to talk about how it began, what it's all about, and the latest developments, because you know what, this story has raised big questions about creativity, ownership, gatekeeping, and culture on the internet. So let's just start from the very beginning, how it all began. All right. Understand this case first, we have to know what natural hair sculpting is, because that is what SolarBeing is known for, and Ava Queen, that's the person that is suing her, that's her name. So that is what they are actually known for. It is an expressive art where people style natural hair into shapes like stars, hearts, flowers, and butterflies. Over the years, like over the last few years, creators have built huge audiences around teaching and showing this, especially within textured communities. Now, one of the biggest names in that space is SolarBeing, like I mentioned initially, known for her creative, sculpted looks and engaging tutorials. She didn't just post photos, she built a brand and a business around it. In April of 2025, SolarBeing announced something big, the SolarBeing Sculpted Hair Extension Collection, together with a Kickstarter campaign. Now, these extensions were designed to help people, especially kids and families, recreate sculpted looks at home. At the time, her community was excited, like she had already spent years elevating the niche and teaching people how to style natural hair into these or those fun geometric shapes. But shortly after launching her product line and campaign, things took a dramatic turn, according to SolarBeing in one of her videos. She began receiving multiple legal challenges and takedowns, not just one or two. She reported getting two DMCA takedowns. DMCA, the full meaning is just Digital Millennium Copyright Act. She received two notices to take down her content, and she also received a cease and desist letter and eventually a federal lawsuit, which is what brought us to where we are right now. And that's a lot for a small creator to face, if you ask me. And she said it felt unexpected and overwhelming. All right. Now, the core of this lawsuit is what makes the whole story really unusual. Like, the lawsuit centers on whether someone can claim ownership legally over geometric shapes and the names used for it. Geometric shapes that has been existing even before you were born. Oh, let's also take that into consideration. Let's continue anyways. According to filings referenced by SolarBeing, the opposing party has trademark applications and claims over things like hearts, stars, and other symbolic shapes that have long existed in natural hair culture. I said it. These things, they've existed even before you were born. That means in the lawsuit, the other side is alleging the right to control those shapes and the names used online and in product marketing. This has a, like this has caused a huge debate online about intellectual property versus cultural expression. What do you think about this? Now, about the latest update and developments that you are here for. Just recently, SolarBeing herself and her friend on their Clock app account, they have been talking about continuing legal action. The lawsuit is still active and the legal process is still ongoing. SolarBeing has said she's still fighting to protect her work and has continued rallying support online. She also continues to highlight the impact that the DMCA notices, copyright strikes, and legal interruptions have had on her business momentum, specifically on her Kickstarter fulfillment, production, and her content. At the same time, the wider natural hair community has maintained attention on how this case could affect other creators, especially those teaching, selling products, or posting educational videos about hairstyles. You know what? Let's just listen to what SolarBeing has to say. say herself.
Most recent and important update regarding this case would be the filing of a temporary restraining order against us. In this filing, claims were made that we were bullying, doxing, even threatening the other party. There was even a police report in this filing. Still, the court ruled in our favor and the TRO was denied. There could only be one winner and one loser in the courtroom. It was denied, meaning it landed in our favor. It's really important to also understand that the opposing party asked for this TRO to be sealed, meaning you can't go in and read it on the Pacer website. However, then it was made clear that instead of it being completely sealed, they were asked to just redact the personal or private information that they filed within the application, and so everyone can see what they filed. And so if you ever get a chance to go into the Pacer website and really read what they were accusing us of, please do so, because it really gives more context as to what we're dealing with. Now, when it comes to the actual case itself, we made a 20-minute long video factually stating everything that we endured from the beginning leading up to this case. Now, if that is too long for you to watch, then please read the Pacer website, because people are saying that we're misrepresenting the case. We made it clear in our video by presenting evidence, and we showed exactly what we received from the opposing party leading up to this case. We know exactly what this case is about, and we want you guys to understand it too. This is not a petty response to what is happening to us right now. This is actually what we have to do for us to wear our hair exactly how we want to. If I want to wear the sculpted hair extensions that I made, I have to put censor stickers on my hair in order to not get copyright strikes on my own YouTube videos. And I drew this with my own hands. I don't produce anything that I make with AI. After the denial of the TRO, another thing that was brought up randomly by the opposing party, and we wanted to address that too. They quoted a tweet that I made from December 15th and now being addressed in late January, pertained to the action that was made against us, preventing us from moving forward. We should be working together. This is the first case in all of history where sculpted hairstyles are being questioned whether it could be owned as a form of intellectual property or not. Do not promote or condone any kind of prejudice to our business or our own pages. And it's also important to understand that we are very, very comfortable in who we are as people. The color of our skin obviously is not black, right? What we personally think is our personal opinion, and we never shove what we think down anyone's throats. We speak in a way where everyone would understand. Although we personally like to be called copper-colored women, bronze women, you have tawny, sepia, champagne, all these different words to describe our skin tone. That is our personal opinion, and we never posted it on our platforms or anything, because our platform has to do with hair. It has to do with sculptural hair art. This opposing party took it upon themselves continuously post our face on their platforms to shut us in a bad light, and we've never done that to them. We've never even said their name. We've never, ever posted their face on our platforms trying to paint them in another light other than what they're actually doing, factually doing. And what they continue to do. We're proud of what they're doing, and that's fine. We're proud of who we are, and we're going to continue to make the natural hair sculpting space safe. The truth will always prevail. People may be confused, some people may assume and feel however they want about us, but the fact of the matter is that we are fighting for our right to freely produce our art, and no matter what anyone has to say about it, just know that this is between a shared cultural art form that we all have a right to practice and produce art from. Whether you're African, Aboriginal, Indigenous, whatever. If you have hair like ours, that is all that matters. We are continuously showing people what can be done with their natural hair, that you don't have to simulate to society to be considered beautiful, that you actually have qualities about yourself that you've yet to tap into. I also want to make it clear, because some people were confused about this as well. We, as the defendants, are the only ones who have these sculpted hair extensions is not the same as what they are claiming. That's why it's important to go on to Pacer, read the initial complaint, and get a clear understanding as to what's going on, because that is not the same at all. We don't mind taking on this battle. Yeah, they chose the right ones. Right now, we're going through a federal lawsuit. Now,
What this case really highlights is how the law and social media collide, and how creators can run into legal problems for things that feel organic or cultural. I think I was watching a video of one creator here on YouTube talking about someone speaking up and trying to talk about someone stealing her hairstyle or something. Like, what is going on? Are we now gatekeeping hairstyles? Hairstyles and hair care have always been deeply personal and expressive, and now we are seeing the legal system put that under a microscope. Whether you're a creator, a small business owner, or someone who just loves natural hair creativity, this case is something to watch. It raises questions about ownership, cultural creativity, and how the law applies to digital content and community art forms. Who saw this legal move as a threat to a cultural art form, not just a business dispute. Supporters argued hairstyles like stars and hearts have existed for decades, which I am one of those supporting these. Hairstyles like stars and hearts have existed for decades. They are part of shared black hair culture, and trying to legally restrict them sets a dangerous precedent. Meanwhile, supporters of clear ownership rights argue that if someone truly developed a unique style or product design first, they can use trademark law to protect that work. And I'm just hearing this for the first time. And that's part of what this case tests. This debate has sparked conversations about how copyright, trademarks, and cultural creativity intersect in online spaces. Is it fair to try to legally own a hairstyle? That's my question. Like, is it fair enough to try to legally own a hairstyle? What counts as someone's intellectual property? That's another part of my question. These are questions creators everywhere are now facing. Thoughts over this particular lawsuit. Is Queen Eva right? Is Solar being wrong? Is Solar being right? And is Queen Eva wrong? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Just let's continue this discussion in the comment section. And if you want more updates as the story continues to unfold, because this is not the last update, you will still see more updates. Updates would be coming from Queen Eva, from Solar being, like updates, especially from Solar being, because she's the one being attacked here. So more updates will be coming from both parties, Solar being and Queen Eva. And yeah, remember I asked two questions. Please drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know your answers to the questions. And like I said initially, if you want more updates, because this story is long. Story is long. The lawsuit has not ended. Updates will be coming from Solar and Queen Eva, definitely. So just subscribe and stay on the channel and wait for more updates. If that is what you want, definitely I will bring it for you. I'll bring them for you. But please, let's continue this discussion in the comment section. What do you think? So my loves, if you want more updates as the story continues to unfold, like I said, there will still be more updates from the two parties. So be sure to subscribe, like and comment what you think. Should geometric hairstyles be protected by trademark law, or should they remain free for the community? Should we now start gatekeeping hairstyles? In natural community, is that the recent update? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And until I see you guys in my next video, remember to love yourself generously and be kind to one another. Peace. Bye.